Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be doing an update on my little bin of my Project Use It Up, my makeup products. So I have numbers that I kept track of, and then we'll like talk about progress and stuff. So I have down that this is for January 13th through February 12th. My goal was to use everything 15 times. So let's start off with the Hourglass palette. So this is so reflective, I'm sorry. So honestly, looking at it, it doesn't look super different. I feel like the only thing I noticed maybe slightly is the bronzer is like maybe a little flatter. As I work through this, obviously, once we start to see pan, it'll be more satisfying, but I'm working on it. I don't think any pan is like so flat that I'm about to hit it like in the next month or anything. But if I had to guess what's the closest, I would say the bronzer, because it's probably what I use the most of. I used everything in this palette 21 times. So that's not bad. I pretty much used it almost every time I did my makeup. And if I reached for one thing in the palette, I just used everything just because it's all right there, you know what I mean? So I feel pretty good about that one. Okay, next I have my Milk Baked Bronzer. This is just the mini, and last time, you guys, I was telling you how I could not roll it up. And then somehow in the video, I just like started rolling it up and there was all this product left in there and I could not believe it. As soon as the video was over, I literally like could not roll it up anymore. So I'm gonna try this again. Like, I don't know if that was like such a fluke. Like, I literally have not been able to get it to roll back up. And I know all that product is in there. You guys, it's literally been driving me crazy. But if you can tell, it's basically flattened. So I feel like there's fuzzies on it. So sorry if you can see those. I use a brush to apply it. I don't know, like I'm gonna keep using it, and I know there's so much product in there, so I'm gonna keep using it. But I feel like at some point, if I can't roll it up anymore, I don't know how it's gonna go, but I don't want to part with it quite yet, even though I could probably justify it. I feel like I'm still getting product on my brush. Like, you can clearly see that, and in the last video, if you guys watched, I like literally rolled it up and there was like a good amount of product still in there. So I'm conflicted. I don't know what to do. Like, is it not worth it to buy the mini size if the roller doesn't work? But also, I feel like if you bought the big size, it would last you for like 5 years. So any tips on fixing this or what I should do? I don't necessarily want to like dig out the product, but I guess I could if I was really, really being dedicated. I don't know. The next little twisty product is my Glossier Halo Scope. So I'll just roll this up for you guys since I know this one actually rolls. I'll show you the progress, but there's a good amount of this left. I actually made some visible progress, which I'm really happy about. I didn't say, I used the Milk Bronzer 22 times and I used the Glossier Halo Scope 20 times. I actually used it a lot more than I thought I would. It really does leave your cheeks pretty dewy, honestly. But I actually found that I was enjoying the way it was looking. I would just put it on at the end of my makeup routine. So over the top of my powder highlight from the Hourglass palette, which, I don't know, some people might think that is like backwards, but it's really sticky kind of. So I don't like to put a powder on top of it because I feel like it would be gross. So I just reversed it and I put it actually on top of the powder, and I really, really enjoyed the way it looked. I feel like the warmer weather it is, it kind of tends to migrate on your face, but since we've been having such cold temps, I feel like I haven't even had an issue with it like going anywhere or making me look extra oily. So I'm actually very, very happy with how much use I got out of it and how much I like, not decided, but like became a fan of it, I guess. Like, I really grew to like it, I guess, as I used it throughout the month. So let me show you my progress line. So it's right here. I don't know if you can see, it's just that baby amount. Hopefully it's focusing. Yeah, right there. So tiny, tiny, tiny amount, but considering I literally just like swirl my finger on the top and use it that way, I'm still happy about it. And that was from 20 uses, so it might take me quite a while to like truthfully get it used up, but I feel like I made a good dent. The next thing, this basket's so tiny. Okay, the next thing is this Wet n Wild Coverall pressed powder. This thing, look at it first of all. It's like been through some stuff. It looks so beat up. Here is what it actually looks like inside though. I actually made some progress on this. You couldn't see as many of those little circles in the middle. I used it 23 times. This I do think I'm going to repress now before I update again, just because it's getting a little bit too thin on the outside to actually dip my brush in. And also, once you like hit an edge on one of these, if it's like this, it starts to like break off and crumble. And I actually really like this product. I don't even know if you can buy this anymore. They used to, like as they were phasing it out, I know you could still get it at like Dollar General. But I use it for such like an obscure purpose. I literally only use it to set down my eyeshadow primer. So is it worth it for that? I mean, to me, yes, because it's like $3 and it lasts me forever, but I don't know if you can buy it anymore. So just saying, it's almost kind of too thick to use on your face for me personally. It's like a very thick powder is probably the, like if when you like dip your brush and there's like a lot of kick up, it's just like a lot going on. So I prefer it just on my eyes. So I'm gonna repress it and then we'll see where I go from there. I do envision this will be done for the year, but since I use it like in a really sparing way kind of, I don't know how fast it will be moving, but I can see visual progress from the last go around. Yeah, and I said I used it 23 times. Okay, next we're gonna talk about lip products. So I want to talk about my two lip liners. So they're both from Kylie Cosmetics. They're the oldest lip liners I have in my collection. I dearly love them both, but they're getting old and I really need to use them up. So I have Coco K and Posy K. I only have tracked down that I use these 6 times. I put these on at like the absolute end of my routine as I'm about to walk out the door, which is nowhere near where I get ready. So tracking these was a little bit hard, and honestly, if I combine them, that means throughout the month I used them 12, like lip liner 12 times, which actually sounds maybe pretty accurate, but I don't know that this is super reliable information, but regardless, I sharpened them both one time throughout the month, and honestly, I don't know that you are required to sharpen these, but I did just because I feel like it gives me a better like application. I don't know, I've always sharpened these Kylie products, but they have the thing where it like, you know, it's supposed to like come out or whatever. So it's kind of dangerous once you do it because I feel like it would fall out, but I think it just works better if you sharpen them. I don't know, I haven't had any like I haven't had anything bad happen, I guess, besides the fact that they probably fall out if you like really tip them over. The sad part about these is I didn't make any visible progress on them, which I was positive that if I sharpened them, there would be visible progress. But here's my lines. I didn't make any new lines. There's like 2 right here. I didn't make any lines because I did not make any visible progress whatsoever. So there was maybe like a sliver, but not enough to even draw a line, like it would have been right on top of the other one. So hopefully by next time, I feel like lately my lips have just been way too dry to be doing lip liner. I'm like, I need extra moisture instead of lip liner. But once it starts to warm up, even like throughout the week, I feel like I'll feel better about it. Since we've just been in like the negatives and stuff, it's just been way too cold and crusty. But I'm feeling like once it gets like a little bit up, you know, not negative, I should be okay. The last 2 lip products I want to talk about are my like actual lip products, not lip liners. So first I'll talk about the Tarte Rose. This is their Quench Lip Rescue. I used this 19 times. Once again, this is like not super accurate because I track my lips like for my lip project pan in a different location. So this isn't entirely accurate, but anyway. So I just want to say, like, look at this. This is not very much left. I just want to say it's also wearing extremely weird. Like, look at this. Like, I don't, can you tell how like weird shaped this is? I don't know how this happened. I'm trying to like correct it, but I feel like I'm making it worse. I don't know. Let me show you the actual markings because I'm pretty impressed. I thought I didn't use it that much, but I'm actually shocked. So, okay, it's right here. So here is where we started, and then here's where we are, and this is like the bottom of the container basically. So I feel like I used like a third, which is really good. I mean, it's kind of like, it's a little bit of a bummer, like 20 uses essentially uses up a third of the product. But for somebody like me who is like, it takes forever to go through lip products, I feel like this is like an awesome, like easy go for me, I guess. And I love the way the product looks. I feel like some people would be like, oh my gosh, that's like too, like not worth it, I guess. But I personally think it is. So anyway. And then the last thing I have to update on is my Fenty gloss, which I actually feel like I made really, really good progress on. So I have down that I used it 31 times. I'm sure I used it way more than 31 times because I was using this like nonstop. So here are my progress markings. So if you have this gloss, this is the full size. I was at the top of the N in Fenty, and then I now would say I'm like right at the bottom of the T, almost to the top of the Y in Fenty. So I feel like I made a really, really good dent. Like I said, I probably used it more than 31 times. This is like the main thing I've been focusing on in my lip product, like my project, you know, to get to 2000, and then obviously it's in this project as well. So I feel like it's been my main focus, and then sometimes I use this one, or this one's like easier if we're out and about or whatever, because it's not as, it like wears away faster or like wears better. It's not sticky in any way. Versus like the gloss, if you like put on your mask right away, it can get a little bit questionable, but I feel like I've made really, really good progress, and I feel like I can definitely finish this year with this progress, which makes me super excited because I have a lot of Fenty lip glosses. So that is definitely like my proudest accomplishment of the month. So I actually made a new sheet for tracking, and I think I want to set my goal at 15 uses of all these products from like today through mid-March, March 12th, I think. I think 15 was a good number. I definitely exceeded it in some areas, which was awesome. And then I definitely, like for the lip liners, I didn't hit it, but like I said, I think I was maybe at like 12 or so if I combine them. So I got pretty close, honestly, with everything. I think 15 is a good number. Also, I feel like maybe before I started this project, I was working from home more, or like, you know, holidays, that type of stuff. We had more days off where I wasn't as applying makeup as much, but now I'm pretty much back to work full time in the office. Like I don't have a lot of work from home days. So I feel like that also has aided, and that makes me likely to hit over that 15. So just kind of my thoughts there. So if you guys are doing this as well, let me know what you guys are using up down below. But yeah, hopefully, I mean, I don't know that I'll finish anything by the next update, potentially the Milk bronzer with just the nature of how it's going. But for sure we'll have the repressed powder, which will look different. And then hopefully I've made a ton more progress on the 2 lip products, and hopefully the lip liners as well. So yeah, I'm really, really excited. I feel like I've had a really good first month. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.